SSM's Wednesday Global Africa program brings to you our news stories, exclusive reporting, and SSM perspectives on the day's top news. Plus, the inside scoop on Africa's most important developing stories. Join us on Wednesdays, 11 a.m. West African time. In a world where news flies around every minute, you need the ability to relate and connect with what matters and stay up to date. Schengen Story Media News Echoes program is Africans in Diaspora and at Home's leading English news network, one of the most trusted, respected sources for news updates on current affairs as they affect global Africa.
Good day, viewers around the world. My name is Godwin Iweajunwa, and you are welcome to SSM Wednesday Friday update. Joining me, as usual, I can't do this all by myself. These are great men here, wonderful panelists from Toronto, Canada. Is our man, Sir George Chukwu. Sir George.
Yes, my brother. Yes, viewer from around the world, we want to welcome you to our Wednesday African News Update, and greetings from Canada.
Greetings, George. Your face is bright, and we know you're taking your time to do this with us every time, waking up early, but you still look bright. That's so great of you. So wonderful.
We appreciate
Thank you.
We appreciate
Yes.
God.
All right, George. George, with us from Lagos, Nigeria, is that wonderful Ogbeni Olayinka Raji. Ogbeni Olayinka Raji.
Good morning, Mark. Good morning, Sir George. Good morning, viewers around the world. Welcome to our Wednesday program. Another enjoyable, educative program. Thank you.
Great, Raji. Welcome. Yes, gentlemen. It's good to have you guys. A lot is happening. You all know too many things, but let's do a quick update on what's happening presently behind, not too far away from me here. That's the Pope's funeral arrangement. This morning we saw his body. Let's see a clip. Let's see a clip on that. Then we'll just do that quick update.
Sancti Ioannes et Jacobe, ora et pro eo, Sancte Toma, ora pro eo, Sancti Simon et Tadee, ora et pro eo, Sancte Mattia, ora pro eo, Sancte Luca, ora pro eo.
Okay, viewers, very important moment in the Vatican. What we just saw is the Pope's body. His coffin is carried through the Vatican Road, and large crowd of people gathered to see him being laid to rest. Well, this will happen. This will go on for 3 days, and on Saturday will be the final burial day. George, how are you guys seeing all of this from Canada? The Pope that died at age 88.
Yeah, Pope, he was an international figure and a very different Pope in per se. And he made a lot of impact worldwide. He was quite different. He, pursued peace with all diligence and did the best he could during his lifetime. That was the first Argentinian Pope that we had. So, you know, all the Catholics and the religious figures are all mourning his death. You know, it's a sad departure, but he's in a better place. I'd rather that you go and rest than to suffer here on earth. So that's all that I can say. But we extend our condolences to all the Catholics around the world that are mourning the loss of the Pope.
Thank you, George. Yes. While this is happening, we saw some changes at the Vatican. One of it is at the moment there is this Cardinal Kelvin Farrell. He's the one that takes affairs of take the office for the meantime before the Pope is finally chosen. Raji, who do you expect? I saw you bringing out lists of the African cardinals. I know Africa is expecting some a different face this time. But do you think one of these cardinals from Africa will be picked?
Historically, there have been a few black popes. Even if they are not historically captured, but there have been a few black popes. But that would be in more than 1,000 years ago. But expecting another black pope at this time, I think the odds are seriously against that choice.
The odds are against that choice. It's a tough time now. We have 2 Italians there. We have one American. We have a Bulgarian. I mean, yes, the odds are really strong. George, but don't you think, to be fair enough, it's good this office also goes through some, I mean, it goes round and balances, you know. We've had a South American now. We've had Europeans hold it before, a Polish man. Now, don't you think Africa could come in again?
I don't, you know, I mean, the major question is, how are the popes selected?
Okay.
Is it by proxy or by vote or by what? Who selects the pope? When the black or the white smoke comes out, how is the pope selected? And that's the major question that we really need to ask ourselves. And if it is that, you know, if it is by vote, maybe a bunch of people can influence the, you know, the selection of the pope. So I do not know exactly how they select the pope. If anybody knows, you can explain to us. As far as we're concerned, you know, we don't know. You know, even with the last pope, when he was selected, it was a little controversial because of his background. So, but we don't know how they are being selected. So, I couldn't.
Yes. There's a process anyway. There's a right.
There's a process.
Yes, there's a passage of right they will go through, and we know of the black smoke. Yes, but there are some other things too.
There's normally a conclave. There's normally a conclave of about 9 cardinals who choose the pope. Yes.
Okay.
Carry their vote to choose the pope. Yes.
Carry their vote to choose the pope. Okay. All right. So viewers, you saw the clip there. That's Pope Francis being driven around St. Peter Square, the Vatican, this morning, and up April 26th by 10 a.m. Europe time, Central Europe time, it will be the final funeral arrangement. Man, guys, I hope you'll be here. SSM will be going live that start of the morning. So if you guys are available, it'll be nice. So we can all see that big event together. So the world leaders will be attending. Trump, all of them might be there. Zelensky, even we're expecting to see Putin there, hopefully. All right. So that's that for the Pope. Gentlemen, let's come to some very serious issue. George was talking about the Joss killing last time. Raji, now we're hearing Benue, still in central Nigeria, We're hearing of the Benue killing, many people killed on Easter Sunday. Raji, do you have that update? We heard it is more of like BD has always told us here, land grabbing for some reason, resources in the land and all that. Now they just swap into people's villages and begin to kill them in their own ancestral land. George, you guys, let's say something.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Well, what I'm hearing is about, there have been several killings in that area, and this particular one is that a man suspected to be a bandit went on a deadly shooting spree in Afia, or Okum local government area in Benue State.
Yes.
So they say that the man had some mental issues a couple of months ago and was treated, but actually his nickname is Government. So he went on and picked up a gun and then went on a shooting spree, killing people. He killed quite a few number of people, and reportedly about 72 people ended up dying in this particular between Thursday and Friday.
Okay.
So what we're seeing here is a consistent movement by a group of people. And we know that this is not just happening. And we know that this is a deliberate attempt to uproot some of these locals and replace them with a particular people. What is the saddest part of this whole entire thing was that during the Buhari 8 years of administration, little or nothing was done because he was very adamant on making sure that none of those herdsmen or attackers were punished. You see them being in prison, locked up, all of a sudden being released, doing mass marriages for them as rehabilitated individuals. I don't know when that happens. Nnamdi Kanu is still in prison. I don't know Nnamdi Kanu, how many people has he killed, individually, but they still locked him up. And many others, if anything like this happens from anywhere, you see the military, trooping, killing masses of Igbo young people, all in the name of IPOB. But here you are deliberately seeing the Fulani oligarchy bringing masses of these herdsmen from Chad, Niger, and all over the place. And they are killing these people in Jos Plateau, in Benue, in that central belt area, and nothing is being done. The Fulani people, they're all zipped up. Nobody's saying anything. Nobody is saying a single word about this whole entire situation. And yet the government is mute over this. Why? That's the question we need to know. Mr. President, you are back from 18 days of working leave in France, Britain. Please, sir, with all due respect to you, you are the only one that can actually stop this killing. People, generations are being wiped away in the central belt of Nigeria. And it is time enough for you people to rise up, send these military people to nip this thing from the bud and stop this killing. This particular idea of putting them, when they go there, they kill them, they will destroy their houses, making sure that they cannot come back, and we are creating all kinds of camps for them. It's unacceptable, intolerable. And it is time for the international world to begin to look into this particular situation, because enough is enough.
Enough is enough. Raji, you agree with what George is saying?
Exactly.
What the National Security Advisor Nuhu Rabidu was saying yesterday is that these people, and he said they are not Nigerians. They were speaking different languages.
If they are not Nigerians, why are they killing Nigerians? And what is the security people doing about it? How can you tell us that aliens are killing us and we should accept it? Sorry, I need to step out briefly.
Thank you.
Okay.
Can you just imagine the type of nonsense that is coming out from an individual nominated to be, in the government? You're telling us that, it is, where are they coming from? Who is letting them in? How are they sneaking into the country? And where are they getting all this? Where are they getting all this military equipment that is even
AK-47,
AK-47 and
heavy,
better
heavy
equipment than the
arms.
ones the militaries
Yes,
our own militaries are using. Where are they getting it
yeah.
from? This
Where
is
they
all
get him from?
sponsored. It's all sponsored. We know the truth. Let's face the truth. Let the truth be told. This thing must stop. The only man that can do this is Asiwaju, our present president. Stop the killing in Plateau and Jos. It's intolerable, unacceptable internationally, and it should not be happening when we have a man as strong as you as our president, sir. Let's stop the killing.
Let's stop the killing. So, yes, George, it's interesting that the man we put there, National Security Advisor, they call him, he's telling us, giving us information as if we are to now go and fight them, instead of him also, as much as he gives the intelligence, he also have solution to it. It's sad. So, but anyway, there's weeping, there's anguish in these villages. People's ancestral land is being taken over by strangers. People's land that this is where they've known all their lives. This is their pet land. And somebody will come and chase them away with AK-47. There are videos we don't want to bring up here. Very distressing videos. Very, very annoying. You see clips of people running. You see headsmen shooting up in the air, scattering people. Raji, you were going to say something. Yes, go ahead.
Sorry, I had to nip out briefly and come back.
No, go ahead, don't worry.
This is a very, very troubling thing for me, that we still have that whenever these people are displaced from their ancestral homelands and farmlands, they are put into an IDP camp. Why don't you return them to their ancestral lands and then do the IDP camp in their place, unless there's a supported action, probably by the government itself or by some people in government, to ensure that when these people are displaced, their lands are taken over from them, and the invaders, mostly alien Fulanis from outside Nigeria, are resettled, and that place is renamed. I'll give you one single example. Wase local government is the largest local government in the whole of Nigeria. It is a single local government with a House of Representatives. The House of Representatives. It is in Plateau. It is a Fulani establishment, Fulani settlement. How did the Fulani come to own land in Plateau? That is a question that we should be asking ourselves.
That's the question we should be asking ourselves. So,
sorry. Going forward, I think that all IDP camps should be dismantled and the people returned to their ancestral homes. If those places have been resettled, then the state government should do something about that. I don't understand why the state government willingly will start building IDP camps for their own people in their own states. Why?
Okay, so viewers, this is it. You're hearing it from us here, SSM Wednesday update. Benue, formerly it was last week, it was Jos Plateau, now it's Benue. These are intentional raids, gruesome acts on innocent citizens in their ancestral land. The number of Benue as at yesterday has risen to 72 in Okom and local government areas of Benue. And in fact, we know those numbers will be more than that. George, now you got angry with the National Security Advisor. It's taken. You know, your anger is well addressed, because it seems like government is doing zero. So
how long are we gonna sit back? Sit back and watch these people being slaughtered, and people like this are coming here giving us excuses, because that's all they're doing, excuses. How long has this been going on? I'm talking about several years right now. systematically dispossessing the people of their land for whatever purpose they discover. The minerals that are in that place, I do not know.
It is not
but
minerals.
It is unacceptable. It doesn't matter what the reason is.
It is territorial unacceptable.
Spread. Unacceptable. And something must be done as soon as possible. Let the military men that they put in Port Harcourt, where they declared a state of emergency, move them to Plateau and Jos and Benue. Let them go over there and stop the killing. What kind of nonsense are we accepting in our country? We sit back, everybody's just watching. Every day you're reporting 100 people killed, 72 people killed, 75 people killed. Their houses destroyed. You go and house them in ID camps. This is the breadbasket of Nigeria, for goodness sake. We are still suffering the inflation of everything that is happening in our country, and nothing is being done in regards to this. This is where they are producing food in masses. They ought to be protected. These are citizens of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Mr. President, is under your coffers. You are the executive president of Nigeria. With all due respect, Baba Ahmed Tinubu, sir, please stop the killing in Benue, in the central part of Nigeria. It's time for God to hear about this and let the president take action.
Thank you, George. George, strong words. Talking about the president, Raji, yesterday we saw clips of the president return. Let's see that before we talk about it. George was able to give the calculation. George, I think you said 18 days outside Nigeria. Is that correct? 18 days. Raji, 18 days outside Nigeria, coming back now, is being well ushered in again, and we all pretend as if this means nothing. Raji, tell us why
do you mean pretend? What do you mean pretend? What are we supposed to do? You expect us to go to the airport and protest? Look, you will go in and come back.
Absolutely.
You will go in, please. You will go in and come back. Yes. It is up to us. We cannot go to the airport and start protesting. No. Please, but let it be said that we have the Nigerian president is almost the most
I think we lost Raji there. George, he was saying that protest, because I feel that
I don't think there is no need to protest. When Buhari was in power for 8 years, we know how many times Buhari was outside of the country. Who cried?
No, but this
shouted?
He
has to stop. But hey, who cried when Buhari was away for hundreds of days, all at the same time, with nobody knowing exactly why he was there? It was only revealed secrets that he was there for medical reasons. Possibly our own president is there for medical reasons. And if it is for medical reasons, the only thing is that he needs to let us know. Because we just saw 2 weeks ago or thereabout, President Trump, his medical history, his medical checkup was made known to the whole entire world. Even his cholesterol level, high blood pressure level, everything was made public. But it is not so with us. It is about time for us to begin to, actually publicize, the state of affairs. Okay, Mr. President, you're back. So how many people did you see? We know that a couple of people came to you from the United States and spoke to you, and you are on a working leave. Now, you need to let the Nigerians know who elected you as president, what you did in France, how is that going to help the nation to become better? And if you're on a medical leave, please, feel free to reveal to us the reason why you're there. There is absolutely nothing wrong if you're there on a medical leave or for checkup. Let us know. And maybe you're there for medical leave, but you're still working. Let us know. This is not a secret society. It's a nation. Federal Republic of Nigeria, a democratically elected president ought to let us know your medical history, your state of affairs. When you're away from our country, when you're leaving the vice president to take over, we ought to know exactly what is happening with you, sir, because we do care.
That's it. We do care.
Beautiful.
Reggie, you were saying something before your
Sorry, I had a yes.
Yes, go ahead.
Perhaps Sir George will realize that the Nigerian president is about the most powerful president with absolute power in the world, and therefore he can go and come as he pleases. Luckily for him, he has a bunch of docile citizens, supposedly intelligent, especially when they are outside the country, who are willing to accept whatever he gives. The Nigerian president is very, very powerful, and therefore he doesn't feel that he has to tell you whatever he's doing outside the country. You have made him too powerful. You have made him too powerful, and he's taking advantage of that.
Sad. Okay, viewers, you are tuned into Wednesday.
Can I say something? Can I say something?
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
It's not like our president, this current Asiwaju, just came in and decided to impute upon himself and clothe himself with absolute authority and special authority. This is the history of our country, for goodness sake. Buhari did it. We saw it. So it's not like, I mean, I'm not trying to defend anything. All we're saying, let's become transparent. We can cry out now, right now, as we are. The Northerners can cry out, but when Buhari was there, how many of you complained about the number of days he spent in England or spent elsewhere, even to the point where people started thinking that he was dead? So, unless we can, go and revamp the whole constitution and bring, transparency as part of our governing system, what can we do? We are used to it. I don't know about you, Reggie. I'm used to it. This is what we see all the time.
We're used to it. Yes, we see this all the time. George, thank you very much. It's a very serious situation there. And somehow, like you said, the Nigerians have gotten used to it, and it's a crazy thing to get used to. Your leadership is maneuvering, doing anyhow, having all these movements, juggling around the world without any precise motive. I mean, the populists are not carried along. We just see him today. He's here today. Tomorrow he's there. Nothing. Nobody says anything. And George, I think also the media team, his people around him, his aide and media team, they are all to be blamed. They are all at fault, George. All of them.
Mr. Mike Godwin Iwajuwa, ask yourself this. Democracy around the world is practiced, but yet there is a little trickles of culture, local tradition and culture into it. The way they operate in different parts of the world is not a book written and concretized that this is exactly the way. So you see trickles of it. You see Russia. Russia is they are practicing democracy or democracy. I don't know what the one is. But yet you see that it's a different style of democracy. Many parts of the world who have said, well, we are practicing democracy, there are trickles of tradition. In our own country, when Buhari was in power, it was a different style of government. Asiwaju is from the West. And West, there is absolute respect for elders. This is something we have to understand. People from that area cannot just stand up and start saying anything about him because they have respect for the elder. And that is the reason why sometimes when I hear somebody from the West, insulting our beloved Obasanjo. I shock her because, that's unheard of for somebody from the West to open up their mouth and an elderly statesman, an internationally well-renowned statesman like Obasanjo, they're insulting him because these people are in the government right now. That should be unacceptable if you are from the West. So there are trickles of it.
Okay. There are trickles of it. Raji, go ahead. You want to say something?
Yes, I think Sir George doesn't want to accept the reality on ground. We have an absolute president. He does what he wants. Meanwhile, he also has a gangster streak in him that makes him feel that he is emperor.
Gangster traits in him that makes him feel he's an emperor. All right, gentlemen, let's take this small break. We'll be back. More discussion, Cybex, and a lot of other things happening in Africa, in Nigeria, and around the world. So thank you, guys. See you on the other end.
In a world where news flies around every minute, you need the ability to relate and connect with what matters and stay up to date. Schengen Story Media News Echoes program is Africans in Diaspora and at Home's leading English news network, one of the most trusted, respected sources for news updates on current affairs as they affect global Africa.
Here are 3 things that I absolutely loved about Nigeria. Number 1, I fit in. I fit in. Melanin, caramel, chocolate, mocha, whatever you may call it, I fit in, baby. I felt at home. I didn't feel out of place. I didn't feel like anybody was staring at me. Nobody was looking at me strange when I walked around in the stores. I mean, everybody was minding their own business. Number 2, the people. I mean, Nigerians are a vibe. The diverse culture, the different tribes, the different religions, the people are a vibe, okay? Whatever it is that you're looking for, they got it in Nigeria, okay? And they see you. They see you. They notice you. There's a sense of community. People care. Yes. And of course, you might be woken up at 2 a.m. because there's church going on the loudspeaker, but hey, nothing wrong with a little godliness, okay? Relax. Number 3, I love that Nigerians are resilient. They are resilient. Very ambitious and resilient people. They don't depend on the government for anything. They will figure out how they can take care of themselves. They see their systems. They know it's messed up. And guess what? They still thrive and they still figure out a way to make it work. So shout out to all my Nigerians. You are nothing but queens and kings in my eyes. If you're an LDR couple and you're not yet following us, what are you waiting for? Make sure you engage from the bottom up and we'll do the same. I'll see you in the next video.
SSM's Wednesday Global Africa program brings to you our news stories, exclusive reporting, and SSM perspectives on the day's top news, plus the inside scoop on Africa's most important developing stories. Join us on Wednesdays, 11 a.m. West African time.
Yes, George, Raji, viewers with us, welcome back to SSM Wednesday. Today, the 23rd of April, 2025. And yes, we're doing our updates. We just talked about the Pope and what's happening right there now at the Vatican. Guys, let's talk about something very serious. George raised that up last time. The Ponzi scheme is back. The Ponzi scheme is back in Nigeria, and they are making their way through the hearts of families and a lot of people. Families are being thrown into distress. People are suffering, and people are going through a lot of very terrible situations as a result of this scam that they bring. And because of their quest for wealth, a lot of Nigerians find themselves in it. So we're talking about CBEX. CBEX is a Ponzi scheme, and it crashed during the week last week. We said what we heard is there was a configuration, and people, you know how that Ponzi things work. So people will put their money, they will go out and get investor, blah blah blah, and from nowhere, the whole thing just crumbled. George, you brought that up last time. Tell us what do you know about this new one, CBEX?
Well, what we're hearing is that Nigerians are mourning the loss of their investment in a suspected Ponzi scheme. And this is operated by a digital trading platform called CBEX. So the firm claimed that they came from Canada, but when it was investigated, there was no registration, no business registration for CBEX here. So this is what we're really going through right now. Number one, the government is failing the people. All we see here, EFCC and the rest of these, whatever you call them in Nigeria, they go around harassing people, but a business like as huge as this will come into a country unregistered or whatever they register or not, but nobody looks into it to find out what is going on. They come, hijack the whole entire nation, take trillions of naira out of the nation and just just get away, and nobody is saying anything, and the government is there giving excuses. Where is EFCC in all of this? Are they not the Financial Crimes Commission? Are they not? Where are they? When this company was just coming in, we just dealt with such blow not several months ago. That one happened. People lost all their money. Many people are committing suicide. Young people are just killing themselves because everything they have as money is gone because of this type of Ponzi scheme.
Yes.
And then they're going to see, they're trying to blame the citizens.
What we did was listen to the Director General for Security and Exchange in Nigeria. That's one Dr. Emomi Timi Agama. Dr. Emomi Timi Agama. He said if an agency is not registered, an organization is not registered to them, they don't bother to look into the affairs of whatever is happening. And that's a crazy thing for him to say. Raji, yeah, that was what he said. He said, so once you're not registered with SIC, that's the Security Exchange Commission, you completely, you're not under their radar, you're not under their watch. But if you're registered with them, then you're under their watch. Raji, tell us, what do you know about CBEX?
Like you mentioned, it's quite a surprising statement from such a person who is supposed to who is in charge of the Securities and Exchange Commission of the country. So I can start some scheme now because I'm not registered under him. I can do whatever I want to do. It's not the more reason why, if he hears about anything that is going on that will impact on the finances of the Nigerians, you should be able to check it and see. CBEX is reputed to have drained more than 1.3 trillion naira from investors, greedy investors. Because I cannot put my money anywhere where my return on investment in about 2 weeks will double my.
No, you see, the saddest part of this whole entire thing is that, following the collapse of this CBEX office in Ibadan, which they looted, I don't even know what that means by looting them. The point is, the Nigerian Security and Exchange Commission is saying that they're not registered with them, and yet these people are operating a business. Open business where citizens are, putting in all their money, and you're coming out here to tell us if it's not registered. Tell me, if I'm talking to an uneducated trader who wants to, who hear about this, I can double my money. Where did they go, seeking whether there's registration? How do they do that? Yes. That's a stupid excuse. And sometimes, these government workers, they come out and give the dumbest excuses ever. Rather than admitting, oh, we missed it, we did not, we're going to do better next time, they start giving all kinds of excuses. It doesn't make any sense. Why are they elected? Are they dumb and deaf that they cannot see?
Okay.
Doesn't make any sense.
All right, George, for the sake of our viewers, we know a lot of people know what Ponzi scheme means, but let's do a small peek into what all of this. Now, the name Ponzi started with an Italian. That's the man you see there. Now, that's Charles Ponzi. He was born Carlos Giovanni Ponzi here in Italy in a town called Ravenna. I've been to that town before. So he was born in the year 1882 and he passed on 1949. Now, what this young man you're seeing on screen, what this guy did was he was able to articulate that whole arrangement of it was in the United States and in Canada back then. He will come meet people, tell them how he can how they can invest into something. Then he will, for starters, impress those initial investors. For starters, he will make them see some gain. So when you see that little gain from what you invested, you obviously want to bring more of your followers or friends or family into that business. You want to tell them, listen, there's something you can invest in, da. Now, he was able to do this in Canada and United States in those times. And when he accumulated a lot of people's funds, he went off. But anyway, they caught him. And that started this whole thing called Ponzi scheme. So it is named after this man you see there, an Italian con man. And it has now become a business style for some people. So we should be careful. Greed is what they play on. They play on people's greed and people that are not contented with what they have. People that want more. I want more money, and you find yourself putting your money into the wrong place. Raji,
yes.
We've had so many of these Ponzi schemes come to Africa and get away. The government will tell you they have nothing to do, like this man is telling us now. Now, what do you think could be a solution? How can we begin to check on such excesses, such business excesses?
I'm sure a lot of those businesses are very difficult to regulate and control. But then if there's a very, very vigilant Security and Exchange Commission group, you can always find out when something is going on. And if whatever is going on is not registered, to be able to control it. Because there are so many of them. Sometimes it may start as a susu where you make the daily contributions. And then by the time you know what is happening, by the time you are ready to collect your susu, maybe the guy who is collecting the susu has abamuz or something. But all those things it comes on. But Ponzi schemes actually grow on the greed of the people who are investing. Grow on the greed. If you are not greedy, it's not likely. I'm not sure you are likely to be caught up in the Ponzi scheme.
You see, I think enlightenment is the key.
Okay.
Enlightenment is the key. It is the responsibility of the government to put out a public service announcement on radio, on television, to warn the citizens over this particular issue. I mean, you cannot, hold on. Let me finish. The man who is the head of the Nigerian Securities and Exchange Commission came out. I was listening to him. All he was saying was nonsense. So the citizens are already lost all their money. Some people are killing themselves. Public service announcement is free. Government need to sponsor it. The EFCC need to sponsor it. The Nigerian Security Exchange Commission needs to sponsor it so that they can go the airwaves.
CBEX is not the first Ponzi scheme in Nigeria.
So why is it not happening? Why is it continue happening? Why is the government giving us
MMM has happened. The government has been shouting, look, every citizen has a right to his own investment. The government has done enough. You can't blame the government for everything. The government has said, I've done enough. And
so
then
why is it that okay? Question: why is it that these people, after MMN or whatever you call them, why is it that they were there for several months, siphoning people's money, and they came out and said we did not know about this? So why is that?
So viewers,
why
that's the face of the SAC man. The SAC that's Nigerian security. What was that?
They are just looking for a scapegoat.
Yeah,
they are just looking for a scapegoat.
Yes,
they are just looking for a scapegoat. Don't make a scapegoat out of this man. His statement must have been unsympathetic, unfeeling, but don't make a scapegoat out of him.
But the question is, okay, wait a minute. If you do it in Canada, you bring it up here in Canada. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you, right now as we speak, there are public service announcements, and even sometimes you can get it on your phone to warn you about these type of schemes. So my question is, why is it not happening in Nigeria?
Nigeria is not Canada. We are different.
So why is it that, okay, you're going to allow people? So I guess
our government is different. In fact, you see, there are so many things wrong with Nigeria. Are there bandits killing people in Canada, and the government is seemingly supporting them? Is there anybody in authority in Canada who will come and tell you that social media criticism of banditry is terrorism?
Yes, you said it well. But the thing is, so far there is an agency that handles such things, the Security and Exchange Commission. They have all the power to cover in this aspect. You know, look at ways to, like George just said, put out information, give people, enlighten people on that. You know, engage with people to let people understand that this thing can come in different ways. There are the ways people can creep into them on this Ponzi scheme. So a lot of people
I saw a list of more than 25 Ponzi schemes that have been on in Nigeria in the last 20 years. There are in fact, in the last 50 years, there have been more than 50 Ponzi schemes, and every time the government has been shouting, be careful with investment.
To who? Where did you see them shout? Where? In recent MMM situation, where did they shout? Where are people in the local people being warned about this? Where did you see them? The man who is in charge is telling you we didn't even know about this.
Yeah. He's saying that they are not registered to them, so they don't look into that affair. Can you imagine that?
So that means any foreign country can come in there and siphon people's money and get away. And the one that they caught, they put in prison and they paid them, and they, you know, that one has absconded.
So let us ask our own simple questions. Is cryptocurrency registered in Nigeria? They are doing billions of business. Was this CBEX registered? How come?
It's time let me say this, Raji. It's time. Listen, the world is changing. It's time Nigeria changes with the world. How it's going towards to now. Yes, some of these things are in the cloud. Some of these things are it's structured in a very different way from how we've known. But government can get some people to go learn more on this so that they understand how to register companies that come on this and how to have access to their content, to what they are dealing on.
You cannot have access to their content.
Can't be using the excuse of
it is because of the avoidance of government control that all these things are now turned into crypto. But it is banned in so many countries.
Yes,
because those countries are aware. So why are we allowing it in Nigeria? And when it now happens, we now start shouting. CBEX came in more or less like something
aware. Our government should become aware of this new way of making money, new way of money dealing, financial transactions. They should be aware of it. and
so
find
my question,
government.
my question,
Hold on,
no,
hold on, George.
hold on.
George.
You said
Government
enough.
is aware of
No, excuse me,
and its effect on our finance.
no, listen to me.
But there are
Now, is
people
this
in
helping
government who
our
are taking
economy?
advantage of that
Is
cryptocurrency.
it helping our economy? Is this Ponzi scheme helping our economy in any way? Most of the money is going out. They are taking
out
our
of the
revenues
country.
and money. Okay,
Out of the country.
so why are you giving excuses then? What the
I'm
heck
not
are you
giving
talking
excuses.
about? We are trying to find a
giving?
way. We are trying to find a way for the government to warn the people, and you're here talking, from the side of your mouth. You're giving excuses.
When your argument is watery, you turn insulting. I'm telling you.
I'm not insulting.
I'm telling you for sure.
The people
Look
coming out and saying that they don't know about this is incompetency in the government called the Nigerian Securities and Exchange Commission. That's what it is. It's incompetency.
Is the SEC aware of cryptocurrency? Is it aware of the effect on our economy? Are we all not aware of how much billions of dollars Nigerian people in government are taken out of this country through cryptocurrency because there's no control? It's the same way that the problem we have been doing.
It's time to have control over those. Yeah, and yes, we can have
That
control.
is what we're saying.
Yes.
That is what we're saying.
It
is time for government to start clipping down upon this. And you're now telling us, because of this and because of that, the money, billions of dollars are being siphoned out of the country revenue and country economy and causing more havoc. Most of these people that lost all their money now, where are they? It's affecting their pockets. So what we're saying is let the government rise up and find a way to stop it.
You can't blame the government all the time. You should. George, I think you should probably have this before you come on.
All right, gentlemen, let's see this clip. Something is happening in Niger State. The Niger State governor is getting very, very fierce hot with
anybody
people.
that you find with barber or dreadlock, arrest him, barb his hair, and find him. Nobody should carry any kind of hair court again inside MENA. I have given you marching order, the security agencies. Anybody you find with a weapon, deal with him as an armed robber. So for parents, warn your children, warn your words. From this moment, is 100% fire for fire. Any attempt to harass any security officer is an attempt to harass the government of Niger State. We are going to come with the full...
Okay, gentlemen, let's come to Niger State. Niger State is also Middle Belt, Nigeria. It's more also like center of both north, south, east, west, right there in the center. Beautiful state. But that's the governor. He's called Governor Bago. Bago has ordered the arrest of anyone with dreadlock hair, anyone with strange appearance. George and Raji, some of the things he said really matters. It's important. He's putting those caution out. But the one of dress code and your personal appearance, does that really matter, or are we going back the primitive age?
This is Niger State with vast lands taken over by bandits.
Okay.
Taken over by bandits, strange bandits, people who are strange to the environment where they now hold brief. And there is a governor in Mina who is concerned about people wearing dreadlock and having to arrest people with dreadlock and shaving their heads and finding them. I find the logic of a lot of government very, very strange. But then when you get into government, I think you seem to acquire very strange logic.
George.
Well, I met this man. We received him here in Canada. I spent days with him. He's a very enlightened, very highly educated, and progressive governor. And he is very unusual, very, very unusual. His approach to things are quite different. From where I am sitting here in Toronto, Canada, um, people ought not to when they have dreadlocks. Most of the basketball players, that's what they have now. It's a trending fashion in North America for children to have different styles of dreadlocks and all that kind of stuff. But maybe it means something under the Muslim control state of Niger. Maybe it means something. The people that wear those things are maybe gang members. I don't know. But for him to come out and say what he's saying is out of frustration and possibly simply because of what has been going on in his state. Certain gang people come out dressed in a type of way, to kill people. I don't know. But this man is very, very educated, as a matter of fact. Very highly educated. So, but anyway, I don't think they do it in Nigeria anyway. When you have dreadlocks, the police stop you. They do it in Nigeria. And but I'm not quite sure what motivated it. I'm not quite sure what drove him to this, but it's very, very difficult to deal with, because somebody have a dreadlock, because they have different styles of dreadlock right now. Some of them, they put it like Samson in the back of their head. Some of them, they fashion it in different ways. So I don't know. Maybe it's because of the Muslim religion.
It is not.
Okay.
It's not religion.
Mhm.
It is not religion. It's not
Okay.
religion. No.
So what could have prompted this, Raji? What do you think could have prompted this? You're there. You're on ground.
Clear illogicality. Clear illogicality. When the government is unable to confront certain issues, it looks at the list of its problems and makes it a major issue.
Okay.
The bandits ravaging part of Niger, coming up almost up to Kanji, coming up almost into Abuja, and is busy chasing after people with dreadlocks.
Yeah, and one thing I know is bandits don't even go around with dreadlocks. Bandits are Fulanis. Fulanis don't do dreadlocks. Fulanis have their hairstyles and how they look. So this is targeting a different category of people now. It's not. It has. I don't think it has anything to do with the bandits and those wreaking havoc in that.
He can't confront the bandits. He can't confront the bandits. So he's controlling. He's going to confront those he can confront.
He's making a scapegoat
out it's the same with the Nigerian Security Agency, where they can go into Tuama, for instance, and ravage the whole village because some soldiers were killed. Meanwhile, a whole barracks of the Nigerian army is overrun by bandits, and nothing happens.
This is real serious. All right, gentlemen, we've come to almost our time, but let's see Trump give us an Easter message. Last time he was speaking. Let's hear this and we'll wrap it up.
We're honoring Jesus Christ, and we're going to honor Jesus Christ very powerfully throughout our lives, all throughout our lives, not just now, all throughout our lives. We're bringing religion back in America. We're bringing a lot of things back, but religion is coming back to America. That's why you see the kind of numbers that you're seeing, the spirit and the kind of numbers that you're seeing. So we're going to come down and join you right now. But I just want to wish everybody once again, happy Easter and enjoy your lives. We're going to have a great 4 years.
Now, I know George will laugh.
The trumpet shall sound.
Is that not preaching the gospel? The man just did part of what you do, George. That's part of the job.
That's it. We're going to honor Jesus Christ. We are going to honor Jesus Christ.
However it is preached, the gospel is being preached, even by the devil himself.
He just preached the gospel there, no matter how it's preached.
However it is preached, even the devil preaches the gospel.
He just did that. My people.
George is my guy. The trumpet has sounded.
is there anything you want to add? We were supposed to talk about Bode George that was calling out all the PDP governors that are defecting to APC and legislators and everything. I think you guys had that. Bode George says that shows how disorganized they are, and he says it's very disappointing. Very, very disappointing. A lot of PDP governors have left PDP. They are now with APC.
It is criminal. It is criminal. It is deceptive for you to stand on the party ticket, be voted into office, and now move on to another party. It is criminal. The Constitution is against it. The Constitution should be against it if it is not against it.
Well, what we're seeing that a lot of them are not defecting, actually. They're just saying that they're going to support Asiwa during his second term. That's what we're seeing. And this was as a result of many governors going to see Buhari. You know, why they go and see that man is what I don't know. The man that destroyed Nigeria and brought us to our knees. Are you going to see Buhari as he is the one to give you advice on what to do? As what? And then we saw that El Rufai is trying to, you know, bring a few people together to form a coalition government or party to defeat our Asiwaju. These are the results. So some of them are coming out and saying, well, we're going to support him. Even the River State governor that was ousted also openly, you know, was putting his mouth for Asiwaju also. So, well, what Olayinka Raji said is that the emperor is drawing every support from every side. Is that the way you said it, Olayinka Raji? We can't hear you, Olayinka.
Yes. Yes. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yes. Our president is an emperor, and when the emperor when the emperor is up, everybody has to bow.
But I don't understand. How come you didn't say this about Buhari? Because Buhari acted in the same way. Yes.
Buhari. Yeah. Look, I've said something about poisonous and venomous. Buhari was just poisonous. He doesn't even know what was in. But Asiwaju is deliberate. Okay. That's where venomous becomes very, very dangerous. All snakes are poisonous, but some are venomous. They are deliberate in the injection of the poison. That is how I see our current president.
All right, gentlemen, let's go. But I want to leave the viewers and you guys with a clip of the Benue we just talked about. There's a town in Benue. There's a culture in Benue. The Thief people, they have a dance move that captivates a lot of people. So let's go out with that, and we'll be coming back on Friday for our international update. We'll be talking also of more on the Vatican, the funeral. So, but enjoy the clip from Benue. Raji, have you seen the Benue people dance?
Of course, titillating.
Yes, and George, have you seen the Benue people dance?
As a matter of fact, my former high commissioner here in Canada, who was from that area, I worked with him to bring the dancers here to Canada many years ago, and they are phenomenal. Yes, they are very amazing. You know, his name was what was the high commissioner's name again? Yawosa. From Plateau, from that area. So you know, we worked together. We brought some of the dancers here, and they did a fantastic job here. It was incredible.
Wow. I'm trying to get the clip here. All right, gentlemen. So till we come next Friday. So have a beautiful weekend. Weekday. It's midweek, 23rd April 2023. God bless you.
Hump day.
hump day. That's a hump day. All right then.